Welcome back, day 2, episode 2 of Fuck the Stats. What a day at the World Cup it's been. I'm Munners, this is Tim, and we're going to be taking you through...
You nearly forget my name, did you? We've been doing this for 2.5 years, Munners.
So this is Tim, and I found him on a bus stop outside. Where we talk about the World Cup and surmise the day, but without talking about the stats, because if we talk about the stats, Tim, then we have to be punished.
We do. And there was a little bit of controversy yesterday. We've had a few messages in our DMs. I think generally the discussion of your fake football stats was okay.
Okay.
That was fine. However, someone tried to claim that me saying there were 100 people in the club for a Diwali party counted as a stat. And that just doesn't count as a stat for me.
Right. So are we saying... I mean, you are quoting statistics. People are statistics in that regard.
Yeah, but I've just said that there are 100 people in the venue.
So you're just saying it's a cold, hard fact that you've established there, and that's fine?
That's a fact, not a stat. Something's just fallen over there, but never mind, we'll move on. So, Munners, have you got the first point of the day?
Yes, I have got the first point of the day, and I think where else to start but Virat Kohli. What a man. I think he was in the wilderness for a very long time, wasn't he? Where everyone was saying, well, he hasn't got 100, and then he did get 100 in the Asia Cup, didn't he? Bashed a minnow around.
Was it against Hong Kong?
Might have been. I'm not sure. A very small Asian country he got 100 against. And he just looked like everything was about him today when he was batting. I've never seen a man look so in control of everything he was doing. He was going like, oh, I almost statted there.
That would have been very good.
That would have been very good. We don't even know what the punishment is.
Oh yeah, punishment is.
Yeah.
We've done terribly here. The punishment is you have to do tomorrow's show topless.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to be absolutely making sure that I don't have my tattoo out tomorrow.
Good. Yeah. You have to draw it on with a bic.
Yeah. But it was watching like one of these. Was so many great cricketing intangibles going on watching Virat Kohli earlier. You just felt like something was going to happen, like he was going to do it. And that game as well just went backwards and forwards the whole time. But the only person who seemed to be in control of what he was doing the entire time was King Virat. Yeah.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember around the 2016 World Cup and in white ball cricket then, when he was just so completely in control of games and run chases? Like, he was the absolute king of run chases, and the amount of games he just finished off single-handedly, like, kind of changed the way people approached run chases. It reminded me of that, and listen, we do get stuck into Virat Kohli a lot, especially on our TikTok channel, and it's because we get a lot of bites from Indian people, and that's quite funny. But he's a joy to watch. He is someone I would pay money, and do pay money, just to go and watch Virat Kohli. And today was just sensational. That shot in the second to last over, where he was like playing Brian Lara cricket off the back foot straight.
It was a PlayStation shot, wasn't it? And you're saying about him setting up run chases fantastically. That's something that not even Dhoni could stop him doing at times. When he used to go 10 off 35 balls and go, it's fine, I can hit 24 in the last over. I do this all the time. It got ridiculous towards the end of his career when he was like, I think that was maybe it was even the World Cup in England, and every single game it was like, India are in control here, they're cruising. Dhoni would come in and just try and make it interesting.
He probably cost him that New Zealand game, didn't he? He slowed that New Zealand game in the semi-final right down and tried to do it all himself.
By the way, we are recording in the middle of a storm at the moment. If you hear any rumblings, lightning going on in the background, it's actually quite scary. It's getting a little bit tense.
Do you want me to put your arm on?
Thanks.
Okay, mate.
Virat Kohli, the king, he's back. Unbelievable performance.
He's not finished, is he?
He's not. He was never finished. It was just funny to say that he's never going to score 100 again. And those naysayers, look at them now. Where are they? Well, they're sitting right here.
Next, what have you got next?
What have I got next? What do I want to talk about next? I want to talk about Ravi Ashwin.
Right, okay.
And I want to talk about Ravi Ashwin because of a moment earlier today where he claimed a catch. He just does everything he can possible to try and make himself the most disliked man in cricket. I don't know why he does this. Why does he do this? He'll be on Twitter later. He'll be saying it's the right thing to do to claim a catch, even if you have dropped it. Don't come at me.
There's some players, aren't there? We were talking about David Warner yesterday, who just make your blood boil. And seeing Ashwin score the winning runs and peel away with his bat up in the air, it just made my piss boil so much. It's so annoying. Why is it so annoying?
What was so amazing about that as well is that in no way did he contribute to that run chase in like any sort of meaningful way, and he is teared away like he's just scored 150. Have a day off, Ashwin.
Another one to add was Kohli.
Yeah.
Did you see Kohli? Even though he didn't play the shot, he still like took his helmet off with that. Oh, I love the arrogance.
No, it's good. I think Kohli absolutely deserved to celebrate that innings in any way he likes.
Yeah.
But Ashwin, have a day off, mate. That was unbelievable. He's still got some good Twitter feeds off the back of Ashwin.
Yeah, plenty of memes going around, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
I enjoyed how Pakistan took it as deep as possible, and that meant that they were left with a spinner, left-arm spinner for the last game. And here you are watching like two of the best sides in the world go head-to-head on the biggest stage in front of 90,000 people, and it just felt like a club game, didn't it? for a minute, some left-armer trying to drill it into the pitch, but he melted as well, didn't he?
Poor Nawaz.
But I just found it hilarious.
Yeah. That got me a bit in the last over though, and this is again, it made my piss boil, Tim. It's not a phrase I like to use. When Virat Kohli turned immediately to Murray Erasmus and put his arm out to call a no ball for himself. But I get the idea that he's so in control of the game that he's even umpiring it. But come on, you can't do that.
It was a no ball.
I don't think it was.
It was.
He's out in front of him.
It's above where he said. And also, like, I've got nothing against players trying to umpire the games because umpires are shy.
That's a stupid rule anyway, that one. Left arm spinners should be allowed to bowl full tosses. Head high ones.
Yeah, imagine. If you're not whacking it for 4 or 6, what are you doing? Oh, dangerous that. You can take someone's eye out with that one. You know.
Could have got a really nasty bruise from that.
What did you make? And I'll ask you this because I know you are. I wouldn't say you're Rizwan's number one fan because Mohammed, who we've seen at a lot of games, probably is Rizwan's biggest fan. And shout out Mohammed, love seeing you every time we're at a Pakistan game. What did you make of him standing back to Nawaz with the helmet on as well?
So there's a couple of things in life which are inexcusable as a wicketkeeper, and one of those, sadly, is standing back to a spinner in any situation. I mean, the fact is Rizwan should back himself there to know that his skill set is good enough that it doesn't matter, right? He should just. Well, like how many times?
But why is he stood back to start with?
He stood back because he's trying to stop runs. He's essentially making himself a fielder in that.
Making himself the 10th fielder.
Yeah. I've never forgiven Dhoni. It's twice Dhoni's come up now, and
Does Dhoni make your piss boil?
Yeah, because he stood back to a spinner in a Test match at Lords. Can you imagine that? And I'm not even one of those people who buys into the hyperbole that surrounds Lords as a cricket ground, but fuck me, that's the home of cricket. You can't do that. What are you doing? Honestly. Anyway, and it was more triggering as well that Rizwan had a helmet on, because he's better than that. Aesthetically, as a man and as a cricketer, he's gorgeous, and yet that was an ugly moment.
Would you rather to see your wicketkeeper stand back to a spinner or wear the helmet that Dinesh Karthik wears?
Dinesh Karthik's helmet is single-handedly the worst thing that has ever been manufactured in the history of not only sport but protection. It is incredible that someone signed off on that design.
You think it's worse? You remember them oboe pads?
No, they were the ones where you had one single like.
Yeah, and the Chris Martin, you know, the fellow who's got the most. He used to wear them.
Shocking. Then the other thing about it as well, what's so striking, is Dinesh Karthik, DK, to his friends, so I call him DK. DK, when he was over here doing comms, he is the best turned out man in the world.
Do you think, really? Is it not just because he stood next to Ian Ward every day who's wearing chinos and shoes? Like, come on, you put Dinesh Karthik next to, I don't know, fucking some streetwear model.
No, but that's the point. The context of it is the point.
Just because he dresses better than cricket commentators.
It doesn't change the aesthetic, does it? He still looks magnificent in that setting.
In that setting?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Like, he's not Milan Fashion Week, is he?
Yeah, but the way people carry on, oh, he's wearing a fucking nice shirt. Oh, well done.
You know what? I think maybe you would probably see that helmet on a concept run or catwalk. Runwalk sounds fun. Like just models just bolting.
They did recently though, didn't they? Did you see some model come out in a pair of like GM 303 pads? Within like the last couple of years, I've seen that.
Like a knitted jumper.
Yeah, at one of like the Milan Fashion Week.
I thought that was a meme. I didn't realise it was a real thing.
Have you ever fancied shouting "how's that" at someone wearing one of them cricket jumpers?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Just give it the full Ashley Giles on one knee. Oh yeah! In the middle of Soho.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do that. Maybe we should do that one weekend.
Just go around London.
Yeah.
Trying to house that people.
It'd be the one day you don't see anyone in a knitted jumper. Go down to Chelsea and be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just quickly, Tim, before we move on and wrap up, I guess, for today. Big shout out, Jesus.
The good stuff.
Stop the storm. Yeah. The cricketing gods are angry with Ravi
You have to bring
Ashwin.
your tent in.
No. Been living in a tent on the cricket ground for the last 7 years. So. Shout out to Sri Lanka. Good win.
Yeah, we've not even mentioned them.
Mendes looked. You saw it. You saw the game, didn't you?
Yeah, I woke up nice and early. I had football very early this morning. Got up, watched the Sri Lanka innings, and I thought he batted beautifully. And you know what? I think they'll be fairly dangerous. I think from watching Afghanistan yesterday, if they can get a total on the board, Afghanistan could be dangerous because their spin attack, I love. And they should probably play Case Ahmed as well and just go 3 good spinners. Because their final seam would probably let them down. But like the look of them, I think they'll upset someone. And I also think Sri Lanka will do better than people thought, just because they were beaten by Scotland the first game. I don't think they'll struggle that much. I love Hasaranga. I think they've got a very good side, so I think they could be dark horses.
Nice. So on to everyone's favourite segment.
Oh yes.
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin.
Now, before I do this, Tim, do you have any suggestions for today?
Discussed 2 already. I think Rizwan could probably get in the bin, but I know you won't because of favouritism towards wicketkeepers. I think Karthik could probably get in the bin as well.
Again, wicketkeeper.
Again, wicketkeeper, so he doesn't count. So they would probably be my 2 big ones. Do I have any other suggestions? I saw someone do a pointless stat today on Twitter. I can't remember his name, but he was saying, "Oh!" Nearly said stat, didn't I? Nearly said a stat. Nearly said a stat.
I looked over there because I thought he said
ghost. I thought he was in a ghost. So I won't mention it, and I won't mention their name. No other Dick of the Day nominations. Actually, maybe Ian Bishop.
Go on.
He spent 10 minutes. Bear in mind, Sri Lanka are in a run chase here, tracking Gareth Delaney. Is that his name, or is that a footballer? Could be a footballer. Could be a leg spinner for Ireland. As he was boundary riding in the power play and saying how magnificent an athlete he was because he was running probably 60% for 20 yards and then jogging back and then the next one running 20. So yeah, that little segment wound me up on TV today.
Well, in answer to I mean, they're all great suggestions.
I've blabbered on there. That's about 3 minutes of time wasted.
They're all great suggestions, Tim. Yeah. But in actual fact, get in the bin today, Tim. Why? Why am I telling you to get in the bin?
I don't know.
Because so wrapped up in today's discussion, and also telling me not to steal his points, he forgot his main point.
Yeah, but you didn't let me get to my point.
He forgot his main point that he was going to make in the podcast. I'll let you do it now, but Tim, get in the bin.
I'm just letting the podcast flow and be natural, and we didn't get to it, so doesn't matter.
I want to hear it.
Well, you want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
India versus Pakistan in a World Cup, and probably maybe more T20 World Cups than the 50 over World Cups, is the global event that stops the most people dead in their tracks in the world. Have I got that out?
Are you saying that it's the biggest sporting event on the planet?
I would say it is the biggest sporting event on the planet, on the basis that more people around the world will stop to watch and be absorbed by India versus Pakistan in cricket than any other. FIFA World Cup, that might be bigger. That might be bigger in terms of the event. But are you telling me the amount of people who stop what they're doing to watch Croatia versus France is anywhere near India versus Pakistan? I'm talking, however many, I'm not going to mention the stats, but lots of people in India, lots of people in Pakistan, lots of Indian and Pakistanis around the world stopping, watching the game, being absorbed by it. 90,000 people at a cricket ground in Australia, where Australians famously don't go to games where there aren't Australian people.
They don't like cricket.
They don't like cricket, they just like bashing pommies. It is bigger than anything. It's bigger than the Super Bowl, it's bigger than the Champions League final. I can't think of anything bigger.
I disagree.
Wow.
I don't disagree. I think it's the biggest event in the sporting universe.
And it's wonderful. And it makes you realise how special cricket is. So thank you, India, and thank you, Pakistan, and thank you all the Indian fans around the world, and all the Pakistan fans around the world that make that game so special.
But not you, Ravi Ashwin. You finish up for the day then?
I'll do nicely.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Hit the follow, hit the like, comment. Get stuck into us. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to hear. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed. Thanks for all your support.
Peace out.